morning, you don't have to apologize for favor, because favor ain't fair. Because you weren't with me when I was crying late in the midnight hour. You weren't with me when I was struggling to pay my bills. You weren't with me when I was putting in applications to every job. You weren't with me, so I don't have to apologize for being favored. You see, Joseph, one thing about Joseph, he didn't do anything special for this kind of favor that his father gave him. You see, many of us sitting in this room this morning, God favored you more than he favored individuals in your family. You see, God favored you more than he favored the people on your job. Pastor Scott, how do you know that God favored me? Because when it was time to give out raises, I got a raise and ain't nobody else get a raise. When it was time for a promotion, God saw fit to give me the promotion before anybody else got the promotion. God, how do I know that you favor me? Because you picked me up. God, you turned me around. God, you placed my feet on the solid ground. God, that's how I know you favor me. God, because I can still be in a crack house somewhere. God, I can still have a bottle in my hand somewhere. God, I can still be laid up with somebody else's husband. God, but I know that you favor me because you changed my life around. You see, his brothers hated him, and because his brothers hated him, they decided that we gonna make sure that we do everything we can to make Joseph's life a living hell. You see, there's some folks that's in your circle that's trying to make your life a living hell. There's some folks around you trying to make your life a living hell. There's some folks that don't mean you no good, but you smiling in their face. But you better wake up and get a spirit of discernment and know, you know what, you don't have my back. You really ain't down with me. I got to get somebody that's going to pray for me. Somebody that's going to intercede for me. Somebody that's going to encourage me. Joseph, the Bible lets us know that his brothers hated him so much that they couldn't even speak peaceable about him. You see, I can imagine that hate came out of their mouth every time they talked about Joseph. You see, some of us are in that very same situation this morning. People can't do nothing but hate you every time you look around. People can't do nothing but say something bad every time you look around. People always mistreat you, but I stopped by to tell somebody this morning that it's time for you to shake the haters off. It's time for you to shake the haters off and let them know no weapon formed against me shall be able to prosper. Yeah, you might be lying on me, but it ain't gonna hurt me. You might mistreat me, but it ain't gonna hurt me. You might have thought you was bringing me down, but God himself will exalt me, and man will not be able to bring me down. Listen, they couldn't even talk peaceable about Joseph. And Joseph didn't make it no better because Joseph dreamed the dream. Yeah, Joseph dreamed the dream. See, one thing about dreaming a dream is I can't tell my dream to everybody. Why? I can't tell my dream to everybody because they can't comprehend. How can I come from the ghetto and think I'm supposed to get out of the ghetto? Yeah, how can I come from some uneducated parents and think I'm supposed to be educated? See, everybody can't comprehend your dream. That's why the song says, what God has for you, it is for you. You see, what God has for you, it's for you. You can't go around telling everybody your dream, because as soon as you tell them their dreams, you're going to develop some haters. See, Joseph dreamed the dream, and it was a kind of dream that made his brothers feel bad, because they say, well, Joseph, how do you think we're going to serve you? You see, I want to tell somebody this morning that you ought to continue to dream your dream of opening your own business. You ought to continue to dream your dream of writing a book. You ought to continue to dream your dream. I know folks have tried to hate on you and tell you can't open up no business. You ain't smart enough. You ain't wise enough. But you better make up in your mind, God be for me. That's more than the world against me. If God gave it to me, I know that he's going to be able to do it, because he say, write the vision and make it play. And I will make provision for your vision. Listen, the brothers, they saw the coat, and not only did they see the coat, but they understood that David had a dream. Joseph had a dream, you see. And one thing about having this particular dream is he wasn't shy to tell his dream. Yeah, he wasn't shy to tell his dream. See, sometimes we have to understand, sometimes God puts something down on the inside of us that we just can't keep it to ourselves. God, I know that you're getting ready to bring me out of my financial situation. God, I know you're getting ready to bring me out of my sickness. God, I know you're getting ready to bring my kids out of drugs. God, I know you're getting ready to make a way out of no way. It's like Jeremiah, I just can't keep it to myself. It's like fire shut up in my boat, so I got to tell of the goodness of Jesus. Look what the brothers did. They hated Joseph so much that they began to conspire against him. Whether you know it or not, the devil roams to and fro, seeking who he may devour. Pastor Scott, what does that mean to me? That means somebody is conspiring against me. Somebody is conspiring to bring my name down. Somebody is conspiring to bring my integrity down. Somebody is conspiring to bring my business down. But I can't look to the left nor to the right, but I got to look to the hills to which coming my help, because my help comes from God. Listen, they conspired against Joseph. And I can imagine that Joseph had so much love in his heart. Have you ever noticed somebody that's always being hated on? They don't even realize they being hated on, but they just be smiling and grinning. Hey, how you doing? God bless you and keep you. As soon as you walk away, I just can't stand the way she look. I don't even like the way her hair looked this morning. Hey, how you doing? You want me to go pick you up some lunch? I'm going to KFC. Man, nah, I'm alright, baby. But as soon as you walk away, I don't want your hands touching nothing. I don't know where your hands been at. That's them haters. You trying to do good. But understand what the devil meant for your bad. God will turn it around and make it mean for your good. Listen, the brothers conspired against him, and they said, listen, we're going to strip his coat away from him. We're going to strip his coat away from him, and we're going to throw him down in the pit. You see, at first they wanted to kill Joseph. You see, but one thing about being a child of God, they can't kill you. Yeah, I think somebody needs to hear that again. One thing about being a child of God, they can't kill you. They might try to kill you, but they can't kill you. They might try to do whatever they can, but they can't steal you. They might try to steal your joy, but they can't steal it. They might try to steal your peace, but they can't steal it. They might try to give you a headache, but they can't get it. Why? Because the joy of the Lord is my strength, and I know a man by the name of Jesus. And if they couldn't kill him, they sure can't kill me. Watch this. Listen, they say, listen, we're gonna strip this. We're not gonna kill him. His brother Reuben say, listen, don't kill him. Let's just do some harm to him. You see, so they say, we're gonna strip his coat away from him and we're gonna throw him down in the pit. You see, I want to tell somebody this morning that your favor wasn't in your coat this morning. I'm getting ready to come down somebody's street. You see, your favor wasn't in the job that you had. You see, your favor wasn't in the man that you married. Your favor wasn't in the woman that you got. Your favor wasn't in the people that you hung around with. Your favor wasn't in none of that. So yeah, you can strip me of the coat, you can strip me of the job, you can strip me of the house, you can strip me of the car, but understand that the favor of the Lord rests upon my life. Because the favor ain't in material, tangible things, but the favor is in me. See, they thought they was doing Joseph something by stripping him of his coat. You see, have you ever been in a dire situation in need of something, and somebody thought they had an opportunity to help you, but because they didn't want to help you, they didn't want to do nothing for you, they decided that they wasn't going to do it. All right, let me make it a little bit more plain for you. You know your light bill was